They say you never really know someone until they show you who they truly are. I thought I knew my husband. We were together for 15 years. 15 years of building a life, sharing dreams, and standing by each other through everything. But I was wrong. I didn't know him at all. What I'm about to share with you isn't easy. It's raw, it's painful, but it's real. And if you're going through something similar, I want you to know you're not alone. So grab a cup of coffee, or maybe something stronger, because this is the story of how my husband left me for a younger woman and the words he said that nearly broke me. Let me take you back to the beginning. My husband, let's call him Mark, and I met when I was 28. He was 31, charming, ambitious, and he made me feel like I was the only woman in the world. We got married 2 years later in a beautiful ceremony, surrounded by friends and family. Life wasn't always easy, but we were partners. When he wanted to start his own business, I worked 2 jobs to support us. When I went back to school for my master's degree, he was my biggest cheerleader, or so I thought. We didn't have children. It wasn't in the cards for us, and honestly, we were okay with that. We traveled, we built careers, we invested in real estate. From the outside, we looked like the couple that had it all figured out. But somewhere along the way, things changed. Or maybe he changed. Looking back, now, the signs were there. I just didn't want to see them. Mark started working late. Like really late. He'd come home at 10, 11 at night, smelling like expensive cologne I didn't buy him. When I'd ask about his day, his answers became vague. Just meetings. Client dinners. You wouldn't understand. It's business stuff. He stopped touching me. The good morning kisses disappeared. The random hugs while I was making coffee vanished. Our intimate life?
Practically non-existent.
And when I tried to talk about it, he'd say he was stressed, tired, that I was being too needy. Then came the criticism. Little comments at first. Are you really going to wear that? Maybe you should try working out more. You're not as fun as you used to be. Each comment felt like a paper cut. Small, but they added up until I was bleeding out emotionally. I started questioning myself. Was I too old? Was I boring? Was I not enough? I was always enough. He just wanted me to believe I wasn't. It was a Tuesday evening. I remember because it was trash day, and I had just taken the bins out. Mark came home, and there was something different in his eyes.
Cold. Distant.
We need to talk, he said. Those 4 words. You know it's never good when someone says that. He sat down across from me at our kitchen table, the same table where we'd shared thousands of meals, and he just said it. No build-up, no gentle approach. I'm leaving. I've met someone else. I felt like the floor disappeared beneath me. My ears were ringing. I could barely breathe. And then I asked the question I wasn't sure I wanted the answer to. Who? Her name was Ashley. She was 26. She worked as a marketing coordinator at a company he'd been consulting for. They'd been seeing each other for 8 months.
8
months. While I was planning our anniversary trip, he was building a whole separate life with someone else. But here's the part that really destroyed me. When I asked him why her, why throw away 15 years, he looked me dead in the eye and said, "She makes me feel alive. She's young, she's exciting. And honestly, you've let yourself go. You're too old now, and you're just not attractive enough anymore. Too old. Not attractive enough." At 43 years old. After 15 years of standing by this man, supporting his dreams, sacrificing my own needs. I remember sitting there in shock, and something inside me snapped. Not in a broken way, in a clarity way. This man, who I'd loved with everything I had, was revealing himself to be someone I didn't even recognize. Someone shallow. Someone cruel. Someone who measured my worth by how well I fit his ego. And you know what? In that moment, through my tears, I realized something powerful. His words said everything about him and nothing about me. The months that followed were the hardest of my life. I won't sugarcoat it. There were days I couldn't get out of bed. Days I cried so hard I thought I'd never stop. Days I believed every horrible thing he said about me. But slowly, with the help of therapy, amazing friends, and a lot of self-work, I started to rebuild. I joined a gym, not to fix myself, but because moving my body made me feel strong. I reconnected with old friends I'd neglected. I threw myself into my work and got a promotion. I traveled solo to places I'd always wanted to see. And most importantly, I learned to love myself again.
The real me.
Not the version of me that was trying to be enough for someone who would never be satisfied. Here's the plot twist. 6 months after Mark left, I found out he and Ashley broke up. Apparently, the excitement wore off when she realized he was just a middle-aged man with commitment issues and a wandering eye. He tried to reach out to me, saying he'd made a mistake. I blocked his number. If you're watching this and you're going through something similar, I need you to hear this. You're not too old. You are not unattractive. You are not too much or not enough. Someone else's inability to see your value does not diminish your worth. Their betrayal is not a reflection of your shortcomings. It's a reflection of theirs. The person who's meant for you will never make you feel like you need to shrink, change, or apologize for aging. Because aging? It's a privilege. And growing, evolving, and becoming more yourself is beautiful. I'm not going to say I'm grateful for what happened, because that would be a lie. But I am grateful for who I've become because of it. Stronger, wiser, unshakable. So to my ex-husband, wherever you are, thank you for showing me who you really were. And thank you for setting me free to find out who I really am. If this story resonated with you, please leave a comment below. Share your story if you feel comfortable. We're all in this together, and your voice matters. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And remember, you are enough. You always were. You always will be. Until next time, take care of yourself. You deserve it.